All of you are welcome to the group. To those who are new to the channel, I hope you will subscribe by the end of this film. Okay, listen up. Today is the day. If you thought this was news, you were wrong. There is no doubt that today is the day of the crypto meeting. I agree that that day will be important, but I also want you to know that it will be a very unstable day right now. So I just want you guys to buckle up and get ready because I think there will be a lot of swings. From what I've seen on XC, a lot of people are probably saying that this is going to be a sell the news event. This means that we'll probably see some impulsive selling on the part of consumers, and these will be mixed with big plays by institutions. The mark has been tampered with for a few weeks now. That much we know. It makes a lot of sense that this is all part of one big influence event that is also very unstable. I want you to know, though, that today is also a big day for crypto. We'll talk about that next. In the meantime, I'd like to talk about some things that are coming up, such as Consensus 2025. A post about this was just made on CoinDesk because this is an event that they are hosting. At Consensus 2025, we have to make deals. Do not believe what we say. Read what supporters have said in the past. If you want your brand to be seen by the biggest names in crypto, check out our sponsorship options right now. Let's look at this event again. This is without a doubt one of the biggest ones in crypto. It will take place in May, from May 14 to May 16, that more than 20,000 people from more than 100 countries will meet at Consensus 2025. The financial giants who came to Consensus 2024 are in charge of $3 trillion in assets. I'm curious about what names will be here. If we only think about BlackRock, a big name that has been involved with crypto for a while, that number could go up by a lot, to $10 trillion or more. Once more, this will include some pretty big names from the speakers' side. There are now more speakers, and we can see them all. You may now be thinking, what about Ripple? Yes, Ripple is not here to speak, but as you can see, they are here as a backer. In fact, they're one of the 3 block supporters. But I want to take a quick look with you guys because there are going to be a lot of big names in this space of speakers, both in the hi-fi world and the music world. In fact, I'm really looking forward to this event. I also think that a lot of things will be announced at this event. I think there were also a lot of business deals. Once more, pay attention to this event. Other than that, these donors lists don't show anything too crazy. Again, this is the 3 block area. That is, not including Ripple, right? Some other names are on there too, like Hedera. But the big names start to show up down here with the block one. That's why the DTCC is there. Once more, a true giant in TradFi. In the world of tokenization, they've been making a name for themselves. Another one is BVNK, which just recently did a show through their tokenized podcast. One more great name. You can use Securitize. Big name, but nothing else too crazy. I'm excited to see what is talked about at this event, though, because consensus events in the past have been very interesting. Quite frankly, some of the biggest names in business are here. Goldman Sachs, BlackRock, HSBC, Apple, Microsoft, Google, Fidelity, and Stripe. There are a lot of names here. Anyway, it's just crazy. Because of this, I think this event will be very big, and I can already picture what people will talk about there. Let's talk about today instead of that. I want you all to be ready for what's going to happen today. So let's talk about it. Actually, just like in my other films, there are a lot of big financial news stories today. Today is Friday, March 7th. The U.S. jobs report comes out at 8:30 a.m. By the way, this is pre-open. Around 8:30 a.m., we get the U.S. jobs report, the U.S. jobless rate, the U.S. hourly wages, and the hourly wages year over year. As I already said, this is an hour before the stock market starts because it's all in Eastern Standard Time, EST. And when we think about that, these things could have big effects on stocks, which means they will definitely have the same effects on crypto. This means that these four changes are going to be very important. Okay, after that, outside of that, the stock market opens, and then there are some important speeches by Fed governors and the chairman of the Fed. For example, Jerome Powell, Michelle Bowman, the president of the Newark Federal Reserve, Williams, Fed Governor Adriana Kugler, and of course, Powell, the chairman of the Fed, are all speaking from 10:15 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. and again at 12:20 p.m. and again at 12:30 p.m. Once more, the market is likely to go through huge changes because Chairman Jerome Powell is going to talk about economics. He's going to talk about how the U.S. economy is structured right now. What's been going on? He's likely going to talk about the current tariff war. When we think about what is being talked about at this meeting, it could have very bad effects on these markets. That's not what I mean when I say severe. I just mean that it will have bad results. Just letting you know that it might make wicks that don't stay put. So, don't be in any forms of pressure. I'm not going to touch power at all. After that, we do get customer credit at 3 p.m. Again, there have been some pretty important changes today. I mean, this list of changes is really long. So please just buckle up and get ready. Besides that, we also have a list of the people who will be at the crypto meeting. Everyone was making a big deal out of this because, once more, we have Brad Garlinghouse under confirmed. As I already said, this has happened many times before and was pretty much sure thing. You already knew this was going to happen. It made so much sense that Brad Garlinghouse was at this event after all the things we've read and seen in the past few months. Ever since the election rep became well known in the area, Brad Garlinghouse being at the crypto meeting made a lot of sense. They have been very nice to Trump and have met with him. They even got together with Trump in the summer before the election. It made a lot of sense to me, and it looked like it was a sure thing. After that, Brad Garlinghouse pretty much confirmed it. Again, do you think this is a big surprise? Not really. Finally, there is an unofficial list. I'm interested to know if Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson will be there or not. We haven't heard anything new about that yet. Besides those names, the White House has also confirmed Boa Hines, David Sachs, Mark Witta, and Caroline Palm. By the way, Caroline Palm did meet with Brad Garlinghouse and take a tour of Ripple's offices. So, once more, those are just some pretty big, important links. Besides that, though, there's a post, and I want to say it again because a lot of people think this crypto conference will be a huge disappointment. They believe it will be a pump and dump. They don't think it will have a big impact on the market. It will be a big deal to sell the news. I have a good friend in the space named Krypton Nagato who wrote a great post. In it, he said that everyone on X thinks Friday's crypto conference will be a sell the news event. I can't